Hello, Wolfpack, and welcome back to a late night discussion. Or more so, I just want to tell you about some exciting games that I've bought and backed and that are currently on my wish list because I don't have like enough games in each category to make an individual video for each. So I literally just want to tell you about them and how I feel about all of them right now. Because if I don't do that now, then I won't get a chance with these 10,000 other deadlines that I put on myself to do other things and work. So in the meantime, as I'm procrastinating yet again, while I have some videos right behind you exporting and uploading, I wanted to tell you about two games in particular that I backed. The first one is Wild Gardens. Now, I demoed this game back at Gen Con last year, and I was very excited about it. I love the theme. It's all about foraging, and you're going around this map. And as you're doing so, there's an action selection system. So you get to place different action markers on different parts of the board, I think, or like part of your player board. And then as you do that, you also are going to give up a specific action at the end of your turn. So it's all about prioritizing your actions, and you're also going around collecting ingredients. You're foraging for ingredients, and then you're using those ingredients that you get in order to turn them in and fulfill different recipes and also serve different guests. Now, why I'm so excited about this part too is not only are many of my friends are cards in this game, which is absolutely cool, but let me slide a little more. Yours truly is in the game as well, and that's something that I've been wanting to share for quite some time. So I finally can show you all of this now, and it's super cool. Now, please know that this is a work in progress. That's why I think like the bottom effects aren't finalized just yet, but it was super nice of the publisher of Rose Gauntlet to be able to do this for me. It's like super cool. We talked about, they're honestly very nice, genuine people, and I just absolutely have been a fan of Isaac for a very long time, even before I was a content creator, because I just loved his games. I loved Ashes and everything. So being able to get to this point where now I am in like, this is the second game I'm in now, which is absolutely cool and like blows my freaking mind. I'm so grateful. And I already backed the game even before I knew about this, but finding out this news really just made me appreciate how cool everybody is for just even considering to put me in the game. I'm super honored to be joining on the guest list for this game. So if you back this game, which I think is ending in like 27 hours at the time of recording this video, if you back this game, then you also get to play as me. And hopefully you get to deliver some pretty delicious recipes as well. That is the first game that I backed that is on BackerKit. And the second one is, okay, so I was thinking also about Zombicide, right? I gave up Zombicide. And the reason why is because this is one of those games where I really do want to love this game. And I gave it a shot so many times, and I'm like continually disappointed in the gameplay because it's so basic. Like that's the best way to put Zombicide. It's so basic. The combat is very lackluster to me, and there's really not much to it. Like it looks cool. The player boards are awesome, but it gets so repetitive so fast, and you really are just rolling dice in order to meet a number, and then boom, like you kill your enemies just like that. So that's why I didn't back Marvel Zombicide, and then I relooked at the campaign again because I saw TMNT is like a stretch goal or one of the add-ons that you can have on for this campaign, and I'm looking at it again. I'm talking to people, and join our Discord too. We're having discussions all about different Kickstarter campaigns, which I'll link down below as always. But I just can't get myself to back this one. I want to with TMNT, but like I don't want to be disappointed again. So let me know what y'all think about Zombicide. Is it worth giving another shot? Because I really want to like it, and I hope there's something different about it, but I really can't get past how basic the combat is. So if Zombicide is a game that you like and that you enjoy, please let me know in the comments below, and maybe I'll take another look at this campaign for like the 5th time before it's over. So that is one game that I'm not backing. And the second game that I wanted to talk about, or the third game technically now, that I wanted to talk about on crowdfunding is Santorini Deluxe. With Santorini, I have a very unique relationship in that I mostly use that game to take photos. The reason why is because I use those little buildings as stand-ups for like different cards and tiles and player boards, and I just stack them up, and that is my backing for like different towers, and I use it mostly for product photography and for all my videos and commercials and everything. So because of that, I backed off of the gameplay and haven't played it as often, but I do really love the game. It was really fun when I played it way back when, and I think the Deluxe looks absolutely amazing. I think it was a Pantheon expansion. I'm probably just gonna get that only, with the deluxe upgrades, because I do want to see the new buildings look great and look fantastic. Hopefully they're heavier and thicker, because then I can use it also for product photography even more. But aside from that, I'm probably not going to back the co-op expansion because, well, you all know how I feel about co-op. So I usually don't lean towards a co-op game if I can. There are some rare exceptions to that. So yeah, those are 2 new games that I haven't talked about yet that I am also backing on crowdfunding right now. Let me know what you all are backing down in the comments below. I feel like it was a pretty medium to light crowdfunding month. April, last one was before April, March. I feel like these 2 months have been kind of light, but there also have been some really heavy hitters too, like Fractured Sky and Elder Scrolls. So adding on to that, I don't think these past 2 months have been too bad, and I haven't backed a game for quite some time, so this is pretty cool. Now, with that said, I also want to show you a newly acquired game that I've been wanting for quite some time. A lot of people have been telling me to pull the trigger on this one, and I finally did it. So here it is. You ready for this? Yes. I think it's 5 years now in the making since this game has been out, but Nemesis, and I also got the terrain expansion, and I also didn't know that it came with this. Oh, this is not a playmat. This is my, ignore that. That is just a plain white mouse pad. You see what happens now when you play too many games? You assume everything is a freaking player mat or map, neoprene mat for map. But you get me. Anyways, Nemesis terrain expansion. I've been talking to so many people about this game, and Bryce from Dice Tower West, we hung out, one of our friends over at Dice Tower West, and I think he finally, convinced me to pull the trigger in this game. So I am so excited about this. I initially thought that this was a co-op only game. Like, it's not a fully cooperative game. You're trying to survive, and then at the end, it is competitive because you're trying to be the last one standing, I think, from what I have understood about it so far. But that's why I initially wrote it off, because it was a co-op. But now knowing that it's not like that at all, and that everyone's been sharing how good their experiences have been with Nemesis, they also announced a brand new expansion 2 after lockdown for Nemesis 2. So I have been wanting to try this game, and now I also am going to play this one next week, because we have a dedicated gaming group that is all about the juicy, meaty, delicious game. So I was like, this is the perfect time for that group to experience a game as cinematic as this. So Nemesis is the game that I bought recently, and every time right now my go-to deluxe upgrade is coins and terrain. I love anything related to buildings and stuff. So as soon as I saw the terrain expansion, trust me, I had to hold on to dear life to not spend an ungodly amount on the sun-dropped edition. All this to say, I tried super hard not to get the sun-dropped editions. I didn't yet, but I hopefully will get the sun-dropped editions if I love this game enough. When the 3rd expansion rolls out, hopefully they have like an edition where you can like add on the core pledge plus lockdown, and then I'll be able to upgrade it to that. But for now, Nemesis core box and the terrain expansion, and we'll see how this goes next week. So this is the one game that I bought recently. And then the last thing I wanted to talk to you about today was a game on my wish list. One game on my wish list right now. Oh, trust me, if you think my wish list is only one game, it's not. It's very, very long, but this is like the one game I want to get next. So let me go ahead and premise it with that. The one game I want to get next is Woodcraft. The Dice Tower did a review about it 4 months ago, and ever since then I haven't been able to stop thinking about it because it looks so freaking awesome. It's about this dice worker placement. I think you're playing as a carpenter, and what's really cool is that you get to like saw off your dice and you get to fuse them together. It's very thematic. It looks very thematic, and there's this action wheel in the center that I think it changes the priority system of your actions as you go. I love dice worker placement overall, and it looks like it takes a very unique theme, combines it with one of my favorite elements. And what Tom said about it too really convinced me. He was like, in Woodcraft, in a lot of games, it feel like in general, you don't have enough actions to lead you to the point where at the end game, it feels like you haven't taken all the actions that you could have, or like you're wanting more. And I feel like for me, I kind of like that because then it increases replayability. It makes you want to play again, but then you also lose out on that satisfaction of scoring really crazy high combo points. So I feel like with the combo scoring in this game and what Tom was saying about how like you're able to fulfill your actions like to the T by the end, that one has really sold me. So Woodcraft is definitely next on my list. And actually, I want to mention one more real quick now that I'm thinking about it. I've been really wanting to buy Blood Rage, but I'm trying right now on Steam, just like the tutorial by myself, to see how it is. Hopefully I can get Bonds and Meeple to play with me in the near future, because I really want to try out that game. I know it's going to be a mission to find this one in like the Kickstarter glory, which I'm again trying not to overexert my wallet right now. But I think this is a game that I would like a lot, because in the series, you know, Rising Sun was a letdown for me, ultimately because of the tea ceremony and this negotiation factor that really kind of killed the gameplay for me. But then in the third one, not Kemet, Ankh. In Ankh, that one was super fun. I love the area control there. I love the fusion of different gods. And it's so fun across any player count above 3. 2 is okay. I don't mind playing it at 2. But especially like above 3, it's super, super fun. It was on my top 10 list for last year. And I feel like with Blood Rage, I would also enjoy it too, especially with the Viking theme and everything. And it just seems way more confrontational. I don't think there is a negotiation phase like there is like with the Tea Ceremony and Rising Sun. And it was like the predecessor to all these games. So it's one game I really want to try out, and a game that I can't wait to dive into and hopefully buy very, very soon. So that is a list of all the games that I backed, that I bought, and that I want. Very, very random. But thank you all so much for joining me on this late night board game crave. That's the best way to put it. Yeah, board game crave. You know what's more important though? You telling me which games you bought or backed or want in the comments below. And if you made it to the very, very end, comment hashtag Team Late Night, because that's what, well, that's at least the time zone that I'm in right now, and it's super late. And you know what? Why are you all up super late too? Are you all working? Are you all just late night owls too? Who knows? But anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all very, very soon. Actually, for Wolfpack Wednesday. Yeah, that's next. It's coming up in a couple hours. So I'll see you then.